What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Grant Rowland here with the DMG Gaming Podcast. And as always, I am tuned in with Paul Tassi's best friend, my boy, Ed Phillips. What up, my boy?
That's my boy. What are you talking
I
about?
know, that's your partner.
That's my partner. All right, first off, let's talk about how hard you breathing during that intro.
Boy, look, let me just tell you something. So before we got on this, hold on. So I had
All I heard was a
I know, man. Look, I'm struggling over here. I know. I'm struggling over here. Look, let me break it down for you. So I had it's like Chipotle, but they call it Qdoba. I don't know how you say it. It's like Q. You know what I'm talking about? It's like QDOB. It's like basically like Chipotle.
Dude, you walked through to the kitchen.
Hold on.
Started breathing hard. What's
well,
wrong
let me tell you
with
something. That's because I just ate it. I had like double chicken, double rice bowl. You know what I mean?
God,
it's a lot of fucking food.
dang.
I know. And then I got up really fast. I got up too fast, probably.
Yeah.
And then I went to the kitchen, and then I walked back too fast, and then I sat down, and I was like, oh, fuck. I'm just trying to live. That's all I'm trying to survive. That's all I'm trying to do.
My goodness.
I know.
Now, you okay though? You need to catch your breath?
We'll see. If I fall out there in the stream, just
Okay. Damn, man.
I know,
Sound like
man.
Darth Vader.
Dude, it was bad. Like, what's funny is I was like, as we were doing, I was like, damn, I'm breathing hard and I can't stop. Like, I tried to breathe
Now, we
silently.
need to mute our mics when we play that intro.
The thing about I think you'd still hear it through the mute. I think it's so loud.
Okay. All right. Grant.
What up, dude?
Boy, we got a lot of news today.
Got a lot of news. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, now we're good. That was the last one. I think I caught my breath.
Are you
now.
sure?
I think I caught it.
Okay. All right, Grant. Let's talk Dragon Age.
Oh,
the
boy.
Veilguard.
The Veilguard.
boy, that character creation is something else. So, before we start, let me play you something real quick.
Let's play something. Go ahead. Let's see what you got.
Play something real quick. Let's go there. All right.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, let's get a little bit better shot here. Here we go. All right, Grant, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
But he, him, she, her, and they, them, and then your gender is man, woman, non-binary. Love that. Love the inclusivity. Top surgery scars are also included in this for all of our trans and non-binary rooks out there. I absolutely was blown away by this. It's beautiful to see the inclusion in the game and to see yourself represented. But he, him, she, her, and they, them, and then your gender is...
Okay.
Man, dude, bravo. I've always been waiting for a game where you can pick top surgery as a character creation. I love it. I absolutely just loved it. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on here?
Dragon Age the Veilguard has officially accomplished being the least diverse and inclusive game, or when it comes to character creation, ever.
Okay, so what if I wanted to have big titties? Is that on there?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I'm sure it's not. That's misogynist.
So, for some reason, these game developers think every woman in the world has A cups. That's it. Like, that is their perception of women. And they go into, it's so diverse and inclusive.
No.
It's for everybody. They can create whatever they want to how they look and everything like that. No, you can't. You cannot. A bulb, but you can have a big old bulge, though.
No,
Make sure to add that. But here, let me show you some things, Grant.
Okay.
Let me show you some things. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the glute size for a woman. That is 100%.
That's what they call pancake ass.
Well, is this not like 100% against women here when this character creation? Because it's not for everybody. I mean, are we pretending that women only have one certain size when it comes to their butt size? No. Let's be real.
So here's the thing. What I know a pretty good bit about women, I should say. Let's just start right there. But what I'm saying is like, if they had a flat ass like that, they would immediately get in the gym and like work out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, this is the chest size. This is what the game creators, I'm assuming quite a bit are women, or I don't know what they are, but this is the game creators' perception on, I guess, the biggest chest size you can get. This represents how many women? Not even half.
So it's startling that they're afraid. They're terrified of big tits and big ass. Like, it's just a weird. It's like because. Well, here's the thing:
you fucking misogynist.
Well, no. Here's the thing: in today's society, you can buy it. It's available. You can go pick it off the shelf.
Well, you're an incel now. Because of your being realistic.
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be, this character creator, the way they promoted it, is for everybody to create how you want your fantasy, what your character to look like.
Yeah, well, that's not my fantasy.
And this doesn't include many people at all. So they have successfully, again, like I said before, created the least inclusive and least diverse character creation I've ever seen.
Hey, I wonder if they have the male guy.
I hope this isn't all of it. Now, we're getting clips of, certain races that you can choose or whatever in the character creation. Hopefully this is not all of it, and we just been fed, a little bit of it. But
this is all of it.
Everything I have seen online, this is their character creation. Like, what are they aiming for here?
So they probably have the nerve on the flip side to the lowest height setting for a man is 6 foot. They don't want nobody shorter than 6 foot. They don't want it. Wow, what is going? Oh, Lord.
Here's your lead for the game.
Is that the same person?
That's the same person.
Yeah. I know.
So you're going to sit here and tell me that there wasn't any ideologies injected into this game in a fantasy world, in an RPG. That's supposed to be fantasy. This kind of tells you everything you need to know. This is the person that has gendermancer as who they are, or what they identify as.
So
is a gendermancer. So are we just making up shit now?
They are. I would like to know what a gendermancer is, because
people are going to look at this and be like, "Oh, you're bullying." No, we're not. We're saying this is what it is. Okay, they said they were a gendermancer. Please tell me what the hell that is. I don't know what that is. So so the Dragon Age, this is what I'm getting at. All right, let's close all this. Remove that. Okay, so we have obviously know what this is. It is identity politics and personal ideologies just flat out pushed in this game.
Well, yeah,
possible. And it's
gendermancer.
It's beyond. I mean, it's like it's starting to just get stupid nowadays. It's just that's what it is. It's just getting stupid.
Well, let's see if we can figure this out. Let's see if we can figure out what a gendermancer is. Let's not use the internet. So a geomancer is a person who uses
earth skills, right?
The earth skills around him, right? So let's see. So if we take that, for example, the gendermancer, let's see what he. So does he use like the penises around him?
Well, everything. I mean, he is the ultimate, I guess, conjure male and female body parts or identification of those two. I don't know. I mean, like, sounds like something you see from Captain Planet or something like that. All right. So we get to this. All right. So first off, character creation doesn't include everybody. It includes a single ideology, religion. Let's just say what it is. It's like a cult of this one-sided view of how they think people look. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not sure if that was just the race, that's at 100%, but having a only max amount that a chest size can be on a woman that's like an A cup, it's kind of ridiculous.
Is that my camera glitching out?
Huh?
Is that my camera? I'm probably getting hacked. The gendermancer's hacking me. Hold on. Let me see if I can keep talking. I'm going to see if I can fix it.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to play the game. Okay?
Yeah.
I will buy it. I will play it. And I will stream it. But I'm not going to hold my opinion on it. So when I stream, I'm going to actually be live with I'm going to have my little video capture right on screen with it.
What are you
my
going to
reactions
make?
to
how are you going to create your character?
I told you. I mean, I hope they have the option. I'm creating someone with a shaved head, with a beard. I'm going to look like a combat veteran or something in that world, in the fantasy world.
It's going to make you choose they, them.
But I tell you what, if the only voice I can choose is someone that balls haven't dropped when it comes to male voices, oh, buddy. So this is a fantasy world. I mean, they touted their character creation, so this is why we're hitting it. I mean, they touted their character creation that it is going to be fantastic and include everyone. All right, inclusive, diversity, everything. And I mean, that's their push, right? But they're not. They're not doing that. All right.
Can you imagine if they did summon Gendermancer like Captain Planet? Gendermancer, he's our hero. Gonna take your cock size down to 0. I'm getting bad. We ain't gonna make it to 100 episodes. We're not gonna make it. Guys, enjoy us while we're here.
I tell you what, buddy. It's getting bad. All right. But I mean, they're the ones pushing this stuff. I mean, we got to talk about it. You know what I mean? We have to talk about it.
But here's the thing is, so the shields, I like to call them, already out in full force.
Yeah.
What a game game of the year. No, the fuck it's not. Like, come on. Like, no, you cannot say that with a serious fucking face.
They did the same thing with Mass Effect Andromeda. The latest Mass Effect that came out several years back. They did the same thing with Mass Effect Andromeda, and it turned out being not so hot at all. Glitches and performance issues, and I mean the story was just It's the worst Mass Effect to drop today. I mean, it's hard to compare it to 1 and 3 because those were just fantastic games. But Andromeda, they hyped it just like this.
Oh yeah, but you know, this game and Assassin's Creed, the new Assassin's Creed, are the last bastions of hope. Like those are the last defenses. Because after that, then if they both fail, which I'm predicting, I think Assassin's Creed will do better just because of the name.
Yeah,
but that might be the one that only makes it.
But it does concern me, like when everyone's just hopping on this train and all the previews were just like, "Oh my God, this is a great game, one of the best game of the year." All this stuff that really concerns me, especially who I see is coming from.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. You already know IGN and Kotaku and PC Gamers already got the 10s in their back pocket.
Now, to be fair, this character creation is just one part of the game. Okay, the character creation can be a bust. It's a big bust, especially in a fantasy world
not
like
according
that.
According to the women's cup size, it's not a big bust at all.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
but
you,
it's just. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. Character creation, again, small part, but again, big part because you're trying to create something that you want to be in this fantasy world, this RPG. And Dragon Age in the past has been very successful at it. But I mean, there's gameplay, there's a story, so there's other things that can save it.
And which is the most important out of those? And which is the most important out of those?
Gameplay.
Exactly.
I mean, if the gameplay is boring. Let's say the combat, everything in it. If the gameplay is boring, the story can be fantastic. It's going to draw that back, and it's going to diminish the story because you're slogging along with this really bad gameplay. I'm not saying the game has that because we don't know yet until we play it. But it can ruin a game, especially games like this. So hopefully it's all that stuff is good. But
the perfect example of that is
pretty soon.
You know what the perfect example of that is we talked about it off air probably. Final Fantasy 14. The beginning, the first part, the Realm Reborn is so fucking sluggish. I quit playing the game. I hate it. I'm sorry, I hate it because it's so sluggish. Because it is.
Yeah, because they either have to just bog through all those expansions.
Yeah.
To get caught up, or you have to pay.
Yeah.
To boost the character, basically.
I don't
think they would have
changed
changed some of that up.
Like they should just let you they should be like Warcraft. I mean, of course it has a story, but you can just get into the game and just whatever.
Yeah, you can get in game really fast.
Yeah.
In Warcraft. Final Fantasy not at all. But yeah, well, it's just ridiculous. So anyway,
stop using Asmongold as clickbait title when the guy holds no merit. Period. Later, I'm signing off. Okay, well, all right, gloomy dude.
Bye-bye.
But here's the thing.
Gloomy dude.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The dude has millions of followers, so he has some merit. I mean, the numbers don't lie. I don't give a shit what nobody says about anything. Numbers don't lie.
He has no merit.
Yeah,
is that the? Are we serious here?
Like that? Well, he's serious.
Well, he's a gloomy dude. I guess.
But the thing about it is like okay, like we have 900 followers, so you could say that about us, but he has like millions of followers. You can't say that about people like that, man. I mean,
that's true.
I mean, you don't have to like what he's saying.
No, you don't.
You don't have to agree with what he's saying, but you can't deny what he's saying doesn't have merit because he does.
Yeah, and honestly, anyone's opinions have merit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing as like...
here's the thing is I actually value your opinion, and that's cool.
Exactly. So let's check this, for example. Like anyone's, like us making fun of the character creation, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're poking fun, but it's an important issue to talk about because you got to hold these... If no one's just saying, oh, fantastic game preview, and that's everyone's opinion, you're not holding these game developers accountable. They need critiques, and this is an actual critique.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're touting diversity and inclusion in your character creator, then you need to ensure you hit that, but they don't. So I mean, like, it's stupid to say like people's opinions don't matter. I mean, both sides' opinions matter because you need discussion on this, and you need to hold these. Again, you have to hold these game developers accountable. You have to have critique, and they need to see that critique, and hopefully they change for the better.
But they won't.
I mean, I don't care if someone like looks at a image on some random game and they make fun of like the pixel of a barrel is out of whack. That's a critique. I'd rather have those so the developers know, oh, yeah, that barrel really looks really bad.
Yeah.
Maybe we should patch it and fix it. Okay, Grant. Let's move on, buddy. Okay, new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Grant, we got a professional victim of the week.
Who is that? Oh, it's your boy.
What's that?
It's your partner.
Is it?
Yeah, y'all text all the time. Y'all are texting buddies.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do this. We're going to talk about Paul Tassi.
Balls to the wall, Paul.
Yep. All right. So if anyone doesn't know, here, let me pull up a excerpt. See if I can get that in there. Okay. So if anyone doesn't know, Paul Tassi has been kind of hitting Star Wars theory in some of his articles on Forbes. He's like a video game, I guess pop culture, but anyway, he does mostly video game stuff on Forbes as a journalist. So he hit Star Wars theory in an article several days back, saying that his side, his fans, his part of the community of Star Wars, that side is toxic, and he thinks that doesn't represent a majority of the fan base. What he needs to understand is Star Wars theory, and a lot of people hold his opinion on a lot of the current Star Wars projects. So it's not a minority opinion. It's actually a popular opinion, especially on a lot of the latest Star Wars.
It's a large majority.
So anyway, he labeled it as toxic, right? So Star Wars theory came back. Let me close this. So Star Wars theory came back in a tweet basically saying, hitting him back, jabbing back, basically. And then eventually, as soon as Star Wars theory jabbed him back in one of his videos, Paul Tassi, what do you think happened?
Oh, he started crying.
Well, he plays victim.
Of course.
It's that typical thing, for journalists.
It's like the bully. It's like the bully who bullies people, and then when you punch him in the face, I didn't mean it. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, like, all right, he comes over. Star Wars Theory pushes his video out, pretty much saying, "Hey, I'm tired of it." You know what I mean? You jab me here, then you jab me here. I'm going to hit back. He hits back in his latest video. Paul Tassi immediately reverts to victim form. Shows a text. Now, I don't ever condone harassment and all that, like death threats and stuff like that. Of course not. But do not pretend that this represents his community like you tweeted it out.
Yeah.
We know what you're doing. Everyone sees what you're doing. Unless your fans or followers of you, they don't want to be honest and basically state what you're trying to do here. You're trying to label his community as just being that's who their community is. That they go online and throw death threats out at people. That's like less than 1% of that side. And let's be honest, Star Wars Theory, how many death threats do you think he gets?
Yeah, that's true. And
how much harassment do you think he gets? I see it online personally.
People don't understand that there are psychopaths in every fan base.
Every fan base.
But
it does not represent their community.
Even our fan base.
Let's take, for example, Star Wars Explained, right? They have this drama going on. Now, what if one of their fans, he texted Star Wars Theory, same thing, found his number, said the same thing. I'm sure he got emails. I've seen some posts, too, from people on that side.
Yeah.
Opposite of Star Wars Theory fans. And, do you think that's represents their community? Do you think that represents all Star Wars Explained community?
Shit,
of course it fucking doesn't. I mean, it's common sense. So why are you tweeting something from some complete psycho asshole that we all agree on, both sides agree on?
Yeah,
that represents his community. And you word your tweet just like that, like trying to push all the blame on him. But it's so commonplace that it's starting to just be stupid.
Yeah, it's
so dumb. Don't play. If you're going to jab someone in your article as a journalist, grab your balls. I mean, you're going to get hit back for it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Star Wars Theory has mostly ignored most of those pieces until recently. So anyway, my take on this is, woe is you. I'm sorry you got someone attacking you, found your phone number. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
But don't be dishonest.
Yeah, exactly. You can't sit there and blame everybody for that shit.
And you need to just take the jab sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. You're a journalist. I mean, that's what's going to happen. I'm sure that's not the first time it's happened, but don't play victim because this guy's a popular YouTube to try to get some clout. I mean, we know what's going on.
Yeah.
Star Wars Theory, he doesn't need clout. You think he needs clout? He already has clout. So, all right. So you got anything else on this, dude?
No, it's just, again, it goes back to, basically they're saying that this is the majority of the fan base. Dude's got 3 million followers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or so he probably got more. I don't know. That's the last time I saw it. Dude's got like 3 million followers.
Yeah.
Like 3 million people don't follow this man. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's probably like 1% of the people who follow him just to hate on him, Yeah. That's 1%. But I mean, you got 3 million people who agree with everything this man says.
Yep. And you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to change the title of the damn video. And we'll do that as the edits come through.
Yeah.
All right.
That is true. Maybe that's what that guy was talking about.
Maybe he was, but he obviously didn't watch the entire episode. He like tuned in and saw the title as, clickbait. We got him.
Yeah, that is true. Well, we're sorry, Gloomy Dude. You were right, but not really.
Yeah. Oh, Gloomy Dude. All right. So your aunt and that. All right. Next subject, Grant.
What's that?
Concord.
Oh, God. I was hoping this game was.
All right. This is big news.
Dead
dude, this has to be one of the biggest gaming failures of recent, ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything bigger than this? All right. So
no.
This is what we're going to talk about. Concord actually cost listen to this now, $400 million to make. This is not including PlayStation buying Firewalker Studios. Okay. Now, along with this $400 million, they actually thought this was going to be the next big media like Star Wars or something like that.
Yeah.
And they actually did this by pushing in, Love, Death, and Robots, the animation. They're making like another thing that's going to have like video games in it, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's the same creators of Love, Death, and Robots. But anyway, so they're going to have Concord in that animated. I think it's on Netflix. Eventually, it's going to come out on Netflix. But they're going to have Concord actually in that. So they thought, that was like their first step. They're going to introduce this new world, and this is what it was going to be. $400 million, dude.
You could have made a good game with that money. People are going to point to, well, E.T. for their Atari 2600 failed too. Well, E.T. took 2 weeks to make it. And how much does it really cost to make an Atari game?
Listen, man, like, I don't know what else to say about this. I mean, it is a huge failure. It is. I mean, like the way they touted this game, and we talked about this. If you guys want to see some, I guess, fortune telling, or us giving what's going to happen in the future, go look back at episode 7 when we talk about of our podcast, when we talk about Concord, when it was first shown on the State of Play.
And boy, did we get some hate for that comment. Like I was looking at because somebody, I forgot all about it. Somebody tweeted, I guess it was retweeted what we said or whatever, because we were right. And one of the things was like we said, this game is going to be an abysmal failure. And we were. I mean, I didn't sugarcoat it. And the guy was like, oh yeah, like your YouTube channel. He tried to come in because he thought I was going to be wrong. Yep. And I didn't say nothing. And then yesterday I had to take my victory lap.
Man, let me tell you. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to change this.
Change the title?
Yep. Episode 39.
Mm-hmm.
Let me update that. Boom. Okay. All right. We got it fixed.
It's not fixed for me. Still says the same.
I'm not talking about that. I can't update that.
Oh.
I can update that. I'm talking on Twitter.
Oh.
Or X.
Look at you.
We're
in the whole stream. We're ruined because of you.
Yep. All right. Anyway, let's continue on with Concord. All right. So
again, we have to fuck.
Yeah, we got to. All right. So, you know what the Concord lead developer believes in?
Oh, I can imagine he believes in a lot of things.
Well, the lead developer, I'm pretty sure it was a lead developer, but anyway.
He doesn't believe in good games. I do know that.
This is what he believes in.
Okay.
Whites must acknowledge their privileged position and then actively work for equality.
Oh.
And the judicial system is white supremacy.
Okay. Let me guess, he's a white guy.
I have no idea.
Oh.
So let's check this out.
You knew.
All right, so reverse the roles in that.
Oh, no, you can't. Don't go down that road.
And say that.
Oh, I know.
Put another race into that sentence and say that. So right off the bat, not only did they have shit character design in Concord, one of the many aspects why this failed.
So it's the white
pronouns. They added gameplay that looked like Overwatch, or it just was not anything new. There's nothing new to a hero FPS. They offered nothing new. And now they have a lead developer that's pretty much a racist.
Pretty much.
And I mean, if I'm someone that invested in this or on the board or something like that, like what is going through their heads? Like,
what can you do at this point?
As this game was being developed, what was going through their heads as they were making this game? Like some of the worst decisions with $400 million spent.
There was no quality control.
Some of the worst decisions in gaming history were implemented in this game that you thought was going to be the next intellectual property, big one, in all media and stuff like that. You thought that with all those decisions, you thought this was going to be something big.
So there was no, what do they call it? Wherever you sit down with a bunch of like random people and I can't think of the name. What's it called? Focus group. No, focus group.
Focus group.
There was no focus group. There was no focus group. And if it was a focus group, it was people who believed in this game. That's what I'm saying.
You think there was a focus group? I mean,
no, I'm saying if there was a focus
been a focus group.
No, I mean, if it was the people who basically are all aboard on this game and want the same things that they believed in, you know. But you're probably right. There probably was no focus group. Just like there probably is no CEO. Probably, I don't think there was anybody in the office. I guarantee. You remember that show Boiler Room? How they had all those phones in the garage.
Yeah,
I bet their office looked like that. Somebody, that's basically what I picture it like.
No way, dude! $400 million.
Shit, I think this is another Ponzi. It's another Ponzi scheme, man. I think it's what it was.
No,
man. Let me put it this way: somebody
got a nice little office. They probably had a nice little meeting room to talk about the game and come up with a bunch of dumb fucking ideas.
Starbucks.
Yeah,
and they probably had to go lay down. They had to go. They get tired. Nap centers, nap pods, all that stuff.
So you remember when this game first came out, you could not talk bad about it. You couldn't say anything bad about it or be attacked, and you couldn't have a justified opinions by what was released in the state of play and all the other content they released after that, leading up to the launch of the game. And we called all those shots at them. That was what we thought was wrong with the game and why it was, again, one of your major opinions or statements you said was 17 years too late.
Too late. Way too late.
But that's the thing, like $400 million, and you have these other companies making like, what's that, Marvel's Rivals? Yeah. And I saw another hero FPS that looked really good. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm looking like, okay, that looks good. It's something different in a hero FPS. You know,
it can't just be a pretty game. It has to be different now. Like, it has to be different.
The gameplay has to be way different.
Yeah, correct.
You cannot have a clone of Overwatch.
Yeah, exactly, because people are just going to play Overwatch. They're going to play what they know.
Yeah, they can take the concept, but you got to make so many different gameplay changes to attract those players. To say, oh, you know what? This is actually more fun than Overwatch. Yeah. You know, why am I playing Overwatch when I can just play this game?
It's the same thing.
I'm not saying Marvel Rivals is going to be like the next best thing, but it looks different with the team up attacks and all that stuff. It looks really different. And then you also have Deadlock, which is just going crazy right now, you know, and what is it? Closed access or whatever the hell it is right now they're going through. Deadlock, it looks great. And so many people are being attracted to that because it has something different that it brings to the hero FPS genre.
Well, it's kind of like the old online RPG games. You know, in 1997, a great game was created, Ultima Online.
Yeah.
But after that, in 1999, what came after that? EverQuest. Good game. Why? Because it looked completely different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can, otherwise, if it didn't look any different, they'd have went back to what they know. They would have just went on back to UO.
That's true. And you had a lot of good. I mean, they also introduced Phantasy Star during that kind of in that period. First one,
if you had internet to run it on.
True. But you know, Warcraft just came in.
Yeah, but you know why? You know why Warcraft did that? Because there was such a hard gap of nothing. You know what I mean? Between that time,
and they really did well, at least up to, I'd say, Wrath of the Lich King. You know, continuing that story from Warcraft 3, right? And you had that lore there, and you had a lot of good storytelling in Warcraft. And then you had, you know, just a good, fun MMORPG at the same time.
I think because the thing about it is, I mean, it takes some of they made it look beautiful, first of all.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it took some of the concepts of EverQuest. I mean, it did, because, the way you look, the way you fight and stuff like that. But it polished it up. You weren't like polygon looking, you know what I mean? And I think what attracted people to Warcraft, besides the gameplay, was the way that it looked, the beautifuln's of it all.
Yeah, PvP was so much fun.
Yeah,
I haven't played Warcraft PvP in Warcraft recently. I haven't played the War Within yet, but like old classic Warcraft, like up until Wrath of the Lich King was okay PvP, but I'd say definitely vanilla and then Burning Crusade. Yeah, just the vanilla had great PvP for that at the time. You know what I mean? It had such a great PvP system.
remember I had it, man.
With arenas and all that.
I PvP'd my ass off trying to get that gear for my rogue. Took me forever.
Yeah, I know. You used to have a maxed out rogue for a while.
I was actually decent at the PvP, surprisingly, because I suck at all other PvP.
I was always good at playing a arms warrior.
Yeah,
PvP wise, I actually prot warriors in Classic. I think were really good too.
I bet if I logged on to Warcraft now, I wouldn't know where to go or what to do. It's probably so.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
I mean it is a lot, but you can get into the new expansion rather quickly.
But they simplified it down a lot, didn't they? Like compared to the
rotation's a lot simpler. I noticed for classes. At least most classes that I played, rotation's a lot simpler than because I went up to playing up to maybe Pandaria, right? Mesa Pandaria. Then I stopped for so long, and I didn't pick it back up until this most recent expansion.
I hated Mesa Pandaria, man.
The Dragonflight expansion, and I haven't played War with them yet.
I hated the Pandaria, man. I tried to get into it. I tried.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
But is it the worst one?
Cataclysm wasn't that good. I didn't like Cataclysm.
But would you say Pandaria was the worst one?
To me, I would say I didn't like Cataclysm.
How would you rank them? How would you rank yours?
The ones I played, the expansions I played?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to go right off the bat with Burning Crusade.
It's your favorite?
Yeah.
That's good. It was a good one.
Then I'd go to...
I like
Dragonflight wasn't bad, but it just wasn't like... I kind of got into it late. And plus, I missed so many expansions. I didn't get like most of the story. You know what I mean? But me, it's Burning Crusade, Battle of Azeroth. Honestly, Battle of Azeroth is right there.
Yeah.
Battle of Azeroth was a great expansion.
You don't have the Lich King up there, man. You don't like the Lich King?
It's like my third. It's up there. Lich King was fun. It was fun. Plus, it closed the story of Arthas. What everyone wanted. They wanted to. It's pretty much technically ended the main Warcraft story. Until they started to branch out into other things. It ended that Arthas saga. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Okay, Grant. Guess what?
What up?
Nintendo sues Palworld.
Wow.
The Palworld developer.
You mean Nintendo's actually suing somebody? Of course, because they sue fucking everybody.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll talk about this for a little bit. All right, so anyway, Palworld, I don't know if you played it. I played it for a little bit on Xbox. They had like the early access stuff on Xbox. I played it for a little bit. It was fun. I mean, it was just like a creature collector, and then you build like a little base and battle things with other creatures to capture more creatures.
It was like fucking Tamagotchi in a way.
Yeah,
like feed them and stuff.
Yeah. You can like get crops, feed them, create like a den for them or a house for them so they can sleep. And but you catch things with I forget what they called it. I think it's like a Pow Ball or something like that. It's very similar to Pokeball.
Here we go. There,
you know what I mean? It's very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I'm getting at. It's still different.
Yeah, it is.
I understand they kind of copied. I know they copied the core concept of Pokemon, right? But to me, like, this is the game that Nintendo should have made for a Pokemon game. They should have made this game.
Yeah.
I mean, what took them so long? I mean, they haven't made it yet, but why hasn't Nintendo made a game like this?
Oh, why didn't they sue Digimon and all those other ones? Wasn't that kind of the same thing?
But there's something funny going on, like on social media. You have
I'm sorry, but let me ask you a question. So didn't they say that Nintendo stole Pokemon from Dragon Quest?
Yeah, well, actually, that's correct. Well, a lot of the monster designs look very, very similar to some of the old school Dragon Quest designs. Very similar. And anyone can go just Google that and see, okay, well, that looks just like the monster in Pokemon. Yeah,
Nintendo sues everybody, man. Like, it's like, here they are, like, trying to get rid of, like, scrubbing, like, the internet for, like, old ROMs of, like, 30-year-old games, 40-year-old. Like, who gives a fuck if somebody wants to download Link to the Past or something? Like, are you still trying to make money off of it?
Well, this is my next point. So it's kind of funny you say that because so in the Western social media, like people on Twitter or X and everything, they're very supportive of the Palworld side. Oh, obviously, because in the West, we look at, just in generic, we like competition because competition makes other things better, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But on the Japanese side, they're siding with Nintendo because it's like they hate when it comes to like emulators, ROMs, and stuff like that. They hate stuff that basically, copies a game or a system and basically pirated, right? But there's a big push on Japanese.
Well, first of all, that's their fault for making their games easy to hack. Like I mean, because they don't put any complexity into it. First of all,
it's just funny. It's funny, like the divide, right?
Yeah.
You have Japanese defending Nintendo, mostly Westerners defending Palworld because we look at that as a competition, which is good because now Nintendo sees, oh, holy shit, they made a game that's sort of like Pokemon, but they made it really fun and into an open world survival type of game, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's like, okay, well, maybe we should make a Pokemon game similar to that, but make it better.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Well, I mean, here's the thing: is like if they would have came out and made Legends of Zelda, you know what I mean? Then I'd understand them getting sued. You know what I mean?
But I mean, you can apply this to anything when it comes
Super
to
Mario Brothers. Like if they made, if they came out with something like that,
yeah.
And instead of being from Italy, they were from like Russia or Germany or something, or whatever. Then I would understand that.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of like. My take on it is like competition's good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, did they completely copy something? Like, I can understand like 100% connection. Okay, yeah, that is a definite 100% likeness. Everything they look exactly the same. It's called the same or whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna have to prove all that. You're gonna have to like prove. They're gonna have to prove all that. Like, it's gonna have to be like to the T though, because they don't. You can't just say, "Hey, this is mine." I mean, it's one thing if you like plagiarized word for word. You know what I mean?
But in my opinion, man, this is going. I mean, I look at Palworld like, okay, when I saw Palworld come out, it's like, okay, Nintendo probably going to step up their game for Pokemon.
No, they don't
and do something big. You know what I mean?
They don't step up their game. They just sue you.
Yeah.
They just get competition out the way. That's what they do.
Yeah. But now, now we're looking at, since this game developer for Palworld is going to be stuck in litigation. Now, Palworld's probably going to kind of come to a halt when it comes to updates and all that stuff because they're going to be tied up. And all that money they made on Palworld, which Nintendo waited for them pretty much to make money until they started this. The game's just going to, it's not going to die, but when it comes to focusing, pushing content, patches and everything like that, that's going to slow down.
So there was I don't know if you remember this, and it was several years ago, and I think I actually sent it to you. Somebody actually made a Chrono Trigger remake. You remember that?
I remember that.
So they actually made it. I think it was like PlayStation 2 graphics or whatever. I don't know. This is how long ago it was. And he was just going to give it out for free. Like the guy wasn't trying to make any money off it. It was more like a fan thing or whatever. And it was actually, and we all saw it. Looked fucking good. Like it played good. The fighting was good. Everything was good. And he wanted to release it for free just as like a fan thing saying, I love this game. Here's an updated version of it, Yeah. And what did Nintendo do? No, sir. Nope. Not going to do it. So what they should have done is, since the guy did all the work for him, is say, hey, thank you. We're not going to sue you. We're actually buy this from you, well, because you basically did all the work for you. We'll give you a 1% cut or whatever. Yeah. And release it. And then release it under the Nintendo banner. But what did they do? They sued the guy. I don't think they sued him for money. I think they just put a cease and desist on him, and he had to like delete it all and stuff like that. So that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like here you are, you got just people who are doing fan projects, making games, basically remaking games for people who want these
because they love the IP.
Yeah. And you got Nintendo coming in like, nope, sorry. We're not doing, if we didn't do it.
Well, you wouldn't have that problem if they freaking touch it.
Yeah.
Do something with it.
Exactly.
Chrono Trigger hasn't, but since PlayStation 1 kind of remake, when they just added like the animations to it.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything with it. Besides re-release it on probably didn't they do
DS.
The DS or something like that?
Yeah.
In the DS they added like a little bit more content when it comes to like this dungeon.
Yeah, it's like four more
and a different
hours.
Ending or something like that. But like touch it, Nintendo or Square Enix. You know what I mean? Like, do something with it.
Exactly. And that's the thing is like, there's no telling how long this guy spent on it. I mean, the shit looked good. You probably can't even find, you might can find it. You might not can find it. I don't know if it might still be on YouTube.
Yeah. what else? I mean, I don't mean like make a sequel or whatever, like Chrono Cross.
Or
I mean, like,
or not try to sell. You obviously can't sell it for money.
And I don't care if you do an HD 2D remake. Do something with it. You know what I mean?
Like the guy did all the work. The guy did all the work for you. He did all the character design. And
you think they like hire people like that? Like, dang, you did all that?
Exactly. I'd be like, damn. Like I was thinking about this. You did all the work. We're gonna buy it from you
or something. You know, do something with people like that.
I guarantee that they could have said, "Hey, here's $50,000, and we'll give you a 1% cut of the profits."
There you go. All right, Grant. That's Palworld and Nintendo having some scuffing around there. Okay, next thing and our last thing here before we close out is, dude, you see that Devil May Cry trailer for Netflix? That looked pretty good.
My boy Dante.
Yeah, Dante. I don't know about the voice yet, at least the English voice actor, the way he sounded. I mean, he sounded all right, but I'd have to see more. But I mean, it looks really good. Animation looks clean. Looks like Dante. You have that rock music playing and metal music playing.
I picture Dante talking like Clive from Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, a little bit deeper voice.
Yeah, a little more gruff. You know.
Yeah, I think he had that in the games, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that. But you know what? You know that brings me to a point that here they are. They suck the dick of Resident Evil, and now Devil May Cry, which is great. Don't get me wrong, love them all. What happened to fucking Onimusha?
That's a good question. What happened to Onimusha?
That was a great game.
Did they make like an Onimusha Warlords or Tactics or something like that?
Warlords was like the first one, but the
they made some spin-off off it that was not good.
They kind of
didn't feel like Onimusha game.
No, yeah, but so what they did was the first two were really good. Then they made the third one, and then the third one had like, it was really easy, but it was like it wasn't Seminosuke, it was the other guy, but it had like some British guy or something that you could play with as well. So they tried to do like the co-op 2-man thing or whatever, and just it was all right. But
that's another game they could touch. Oh, Capcom.
Capcom. Why'd you swear?
Yeah. But I mean, also Breath of Fire.
Sounds like what happens at a P. Diddy party.
That's true. The diddler. The diddler strikes again. All right.
Oh God. Oh God, I shouldn't have said that. Now I'm gonna be whacked.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, Devil May Cry looks great. Oh, dude, have you seen that new animation on Netflix? Zack Snyder did it. What is it called? Something of the Gods. Fury of the Gods?
No,
I can't remember. You need to watch it. It's really good. IGN gave it a 5. I thought it was actually a really good series.
Oh, so that means it's probably really good then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is. I thought it was good. It's a great different
anytime that they give anything a 5, I assume it's good, and it doesn't have inclusion and all that stuff. That's probably the reason why.
Yeah, it's a different take on Norse, like kind of a different version of Norse mythology.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good. It's really well done. At least I personally think so. I like the characters cool in it.
So let me ask you a question. Are you going to watch The Penguin? It's out.
Oh, yeah. Didn't that just come out?
It just came out. I think I'm going to start it
yesterday, right? Yeah,
it came out. Me and my wife might watch it tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it too.
First thing she's going to say is turn on the Spanish subtitles. I'm like, okay.
It's better than turn on voice and you can hear them like.
Oh boy, I've done that too. Yeah. I had to do that too, and it sounds weird. Dude, it's like it's funny. Like when you know how the guy's supposed to talk, and like the Mexican actor is not up to snuff.
Any
like
dub, like live action, I have to go to the original voice. I can't do the English voiceovers, and it's just
like
ridiculous.
It's always funny though, because like I'll like if she's watching something that I don't care to see. Like we'll put on like the Spanish version of it all, and like the women, no matter what the scene is, they're always overly excited. Like they're excited. It's like they're just happy to be there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's like somebody's down. They're like, oh, see, no.
Have you ever watched? Dude, I watched. What was it? Triple R, the Indian movie, and I had it on English, like any type of Bollywood movie. Put it on English. It's funny as hell. Like it's so bad. I get the voice.
Oh man.
Whatever over that they have on it is just it's really bad. Like it doesn't even not even close. Like at least Asian movies, they try to get it kind of close. It's not even close.
It's kind of like the voice acting. Remember Ong Bak?
Yeah.
Oh God, I hated that.
That was bad.
That was bad, dude. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather just watched it in the Thailand. Like even though I didn't know it was going, because it just sounds better.
What's his name? Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That
dude.
He's badass.
Hell yeah! And it's kind of like, what happened to him? Like he ain't got no more. He hadn't been in any more movies.
Has he not?
No.
I know he's strictly doing movies in Thailand. I think he had something recently.
Well, he might, yeah, well, maybe. But I'm just saying, like, damn, like he had like a 1 year stretch, and then he was poof, gone with the wind. Like you didn't hear nothing from him.
Yeah, he made like 3 unbox and then gone.
That was it.
Maybe 4. I think it was 3.
No, that's probably more than that. Like there was one of them where he like it didn't make sense because it was like him, but it was like in the past. So it was like, you know what I mean? But I was like how's it the same? Was it the same guy? I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, there's one I don't know. Anyway, let's talk our giveaway. It's still going on. Check our pin post out on X. Just look at the X post and follow the rules. It'll take you to, there's a link to a YouTube video. Just follow the rules, go to the YouTube video. All you're doing on YouTube video, after you like and retweet the X post that's pinned, you'll just go to the YouTube link and you'll like, subscribe, and comment your system of choice. It's $100. This is our 3rd one, right?
Yep.
But it's real money. It takes
we really give it away.
It takes 10 minutes to, as soon as we announce the winner next Tuesday on our live podcast, our next episode, it takes maybe 10 minutes to get you the key. As long as you're around.
Yeah.
If not, we'll just wait for you to respond and eventually get you the key.
Even if you tell us to go fuck ourselves, we'll still give it to you.
As long as you follow the rules.
Yeah. I mean, we might not be happy about it, but we'll still have to hook you up.
Don't dislike.
Yeah, don't dislike us. I mean, you
can
not like
here's the thing is, you're not eligible.
Yeah, it's true. You can like the video and not like us, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfectly fine.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to YouTube, and we appreciate everyone watching right now. We do really appreciate it. But yeah, we have all of our podcasts on Apple, Spotify. I post everything on Rumble too, all of our live shows. You can check our X out if you haven't already, if you're not a follower there. We do Twitch also, and all these videos go to Twitch. And then, but yeah, just check our stuff out. Again, all of our podcasts are relevant. Check some of our Mega Man episodes out. I think that was our 2nd episode.
We need to do that. We need to come back and do we gotta talk some vintage games, man. We need to talk about.
I know, but there's so many like stupid crap going on right now.
Yeah, I know.
With video games,
we're trying to cover it all.
Like I do want to just do a straight up, let's talk. I don't know, Castlevania Symphony of Night, or
I want people to ask us questions. Somebody, look, guys, I want to do a top 10 segment. You can ask me top 10, whatever you want, and I'll answer your top 10. It could be, Grant, what's your favorite top 10 toilet paper? I'll let you know. I'll tell you. I'll break it down for you.
And especially during our podcast, when we're doing it live like this, feel free to chat, ask us a question. We'll always want to go in there and ask, or look at chat, and we'll respond live. So anyway, Grant, that's it, buddy.
That's it, man. Ed's got to go get ready. He's got to go to dinner with Paul Tassi and the Gendermancer. They're about to go hang out and
man,
and
gotta
talk about the next game. Talk about the next game.
Their character creation is.
I know. Well, buddy, good luck. Hope when you come back you look the same. They didn't.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're okay too, breathing hard at the beginning. I know,
man. Dude, next time I might have like a.
This man walked from the kitchen and sat down.
It's been rough.
I saw you get up 5 seconds, go to the kitchen, do whatever you had to do in there, and come back, and you were just breathing. I couldn't even hear the music playing at the intro. I just heard you like Darth Vader.
I know, that was just me trying to live, dude. I was just trying to survive.
Go get that checked out, buddy.
Oh man, that's all right. You know what? I hope you do have dinner with Paul Tassi and the Gendermancer.
Yeah, man. I gotta ask questions. I gotta figure out what a Gendermancer is.
Whatever. They're gonna be like, hey, you want something to drink, and they're gonna put something in your drink while you're not looking.
No, don't say that.
And then you're gonna wake up and be like, hey man, I don't know where I'm at. I'm like,
don't say that, buddy. All right. Go as closes out, dude.
All right, guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We will be back Tuesday for the big $100 giveaway.
Oh,
y'all have a great week.